I'm Adam Swanson, and today I'm going to be showing you my ultimate mac and cheese with a little twist. Now, you need lots and lots of good cheese, and I'm using lacazette del formaggio's Parmesan and Bambini little bocconcinis. This works really well with this dish, but I like to add a little bit of healthiness into this dish for my family. So, grab a cauliflower. What we're going to do is chop it up, place it into a pot, cover it with milk and cream, and a whole lot of butter. So I guess it probably weighs itself out, all that dairy and all that cheese and, with this little bit of cauliflower, but keeps you just feeling good. Now, you need to make sure that you have even pieces. That way when this goes into the pot, it cooks nice and evenly. And that way your puree, which is going to be the basis to our mac and cheese, is nice and silky smooth. Key here, not to have your heat too high, because what will happen, the cauliflower with the cream and the milk and the butter will catch onto the bottom of your pot, and you're going to end up with this burnt flavoured sauce, and it's also going to turn quite beigey and brown colour. You don't want that. About 2 tablespoons of butter at room temperature. So in that goes. 600 mils of cream. Enough milk to cover the cauliflower. The milk is covering our cauliflower with the cream. Just place the lid on top and put that on a medium heat, so not too high, okay? And that's going to cook for about 40 to 45 minutes till the cauliflower is nice and tender. We should be able to pick it up and place our finger on it and just squash it all the way through. About half the cooking time way in of the cauliflower, around 20 to 25 minutes. We're going to check it. Then if it's where I need it to be, I'm going to add some salt into my pasta water, cook my pasta, take about 8 minutes, and then we're going to bring it all together. When you're designing your kitchen at home, something you really want to give some thought to is where you position your pots and pan drawer. Because in the world that I live in, the commercial chef world, we call it the one step. So basically, one step from cooking to plating. So for me, I have my pots and pan drawers right underneath me. So nice and easy, I pick them up, place them onto the stove. And also your oven. You don't want to be walking too far to your oven. So you want to have about 3 to 4 steps to your oven and then back again to your bench top. Just some thought. So pasta's got to cook 8 minutes. Once that's cooked, we're going to give this a good old blitz with our handheld blender, make it super smooth, and then we're going to add in all those wonderful lacazette del formaggio cheeses. Okay, that cauliflower's looking nice and super soft. Time to puree it. Want to make sure that we have no lumps in there, so take your time and get it super smooth. I'm not going to add salt. See, I was going to, but then I said no. Reason being, we're going to add these wonderful cheeses, so our little baby Bambini bocconcini. Now I'm just squashing them like so. Okay, in with the lacazette del formaggio Parmesan, so a good amount of grated Parmesan. I love Parmesan, it gives it that saltiness to the dish. That's why I didn't add any more salt before. So mix that through. Now, these are 2 other Italian cheeses. This is personal preference, okay? Gorgonzola is a must for me. This is my little special add to this mac and cheese. It gives it some serious bite and flavour. This one here is Fontina, which is basically just a real soft, melty Italian cheese. And if you can't get your hands on these 2 cheeses or you don't like them, stick with the lacazette cheeses. Maybe you could add a little bit of fresh mozzarella, the big, juicy mozzarella ball. Drop your heat down, because now by adding all this extra cheese in there, which is full of flavour and obviously the fat in milk and everything else, it's going to stick to the bottom of the pan. So here's a good little tip. Your cake sieve, for your flours. You don't have a pasta strainer? In you go, like so. How's that? Strain up all that excess liquid, okay? Because we don't want to thin out our sauce here. We want this mac and cheese to be decadent, rich, OD. That's what we want. Pass it into our sauce. Give it a good stir. Oh, look at that. I'm telling you, this mac and cheese, you'll never turn back once you try mine. Bit of cracked pepper. That's nice and combined. Turn your heat off, grab your baking dish. So to finish off, before we place it in the oven, we've got some breadcrumbs here. So over the top. The reason why I'm adding this is all for crunch. We've got our ooziness and our beautiful macaroni in there and our wonderful cheeses into our preheated oven around 220 degrees. Our pasta is 3/4 cooked. Our sauce is all good. So really all we need to do is finish off that top and get it nice and crusty and looking golden. There you have it, my ultimate Italian mac and cheese, decadent, rich, full of flavour. If you like this recipe, check out Open Homes Australia on Facebook and Instagram.